Alright, so today we're going to start class off by watching this video. While you're watching this video, please follow along by taking notes in your book. We'll be working out of section 314 today. I do not know the page numbers, but it is section 314. And then once we're done taking notes, you're going to walk up to the substitute, show him or her your filled in notes, and then you have the remainder of the class period to work on your homework, which is also in the book, section 314, the practice. Don't do all of them, just do problems 1 through 9. Our targets for today: by the end of class, you should be able to solve an exponential equation. So let's take a look at example 1. And I want to remind you all that at any moment you are welcome to pause, rewind, anything that you need to do to make sure that you're understanding the material. It's a nice part about watching a video is you can go at your own pace. So example 1, solve 4 to the x power equals 1024. So the way that the book wants us to do this is it wants us to rewrite the base as a power so that they're common bases. Since we have these graphing calculators, we're going to do this a little bit of a different way. So what we're going to do is the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to type 4 to the x power into our y equals. So let's get out our calculators, type in to our y equals, well, that's not what I wanted, 4 to the x power, and we're going to look at our table. And if your table is super big like mine, we're going to reset that table setup. I'm going to start at 1 and then go by ones and start. So there we go. Looks like I found my answer. So type 4 to the x power into your y equals, look at the table for answer. And this will work 95% of the time. So in this case, we have an answer when x is 5, y is 1024. So in this case, x equals 5. But the truth of the matter is that there's only one way to solve exponential equations, and it's by guess and check. And I think this is just the quickest method, is using our table of values. So example 2, go ahead, try it on your own. So right now, pause the video, try it on your own, type it into your y equals, scroll through the table and find the answer. Once you find the answer, unpause the video and compare. So we go to our y equals 1/2 in parentheses to the power of x. We take a look at our table, and well, what do you notice? They keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Hopefully we were smart enough to realize that we actually needed negative exponents. So there's our answer, x equals -4. And whenever we have fractions, it means that we'll have negative exponents. So in this case, we had a fraction raised to an x power equal to whole number, but it turns out that it works the opposite way as well, that if we have a whole number raised to an exponent and our answer is a fraction or a decimal, it usually means that we have a negative exponent as well. Let's take a look at example 3. So in this example, we have a whole number equal to an exponent, so again, it probably means that our answer is going to be a decimal. So let's type it into our y equals 7 to the, let me clear that out, 7 to the x power. And let's look at our table. So now the problem is I have no idea which one of these is 1 over 49. And I can't change this to fractions, unfortunately. I might be able to do it that way. Let's see. No. So we have an option. We can do guess and check this way and type in, let's say, like -2. Gives me that decimal, but I can change decimals to fraction on my home screen. And there it is. And that was just a guess and check. I just guessed -2. I knew it had to be negative because, again, I have a whole number equal to a fraction. And I guessed -2 because I know that 7 squared is 49. So I went from there. And finally, there's examples like example 4. The difference with example 4 is that we have to first isolate the exponent before we can actually solve. So I have to first get this 5 to the x power by itself. So I need to first get rid of the subtracting 8 by adding 8. So on the left side now we have we have 125 equals 5 to the x power. And then we go back to our y equals. Y equals 5 to the x power. Let's take a look at our table. And there it is, x equals 3. So at this point now, I would like you to go up to the sub, show the sub your notes, and if they give you the okay, you have the rest of the period to work on your homework. Now this will probably not take all 50 minutes, so remember, be respectful, responsible, and engage the rest of the period. Stay quiet, do not cause trouble, and I'll hopefully be back tomorrow. Bye guys.